So for your birthday decode, you want to know what god and goddesses represent your energy based on astrology. So watching The Gods of Egypt is a good movie to watch to kind of get like a way to look at the people in terms of character. So like he plays Set. Set is a Scorpio. Anubis is his son, which is Cancer. Nephthys is his wife, which is a Pisces. So Pisces and Scorpio are married and they have Cancer for their son. Sometimes Nephthys Pisces does marry Anubis Cancer. So when you think about god and goddesses, they were called netters. It's like the internet. It's a way that people connect. A lot of it's based on astrology. So instead of thinking about the god and goddesses as actually people, but more like energy behind people. And for this specific birthday, you'd be looking at Thoth Gemini and Isis Taurus for your sidereal chart. Everybody has, the 12 sign chart. Most people know their 12 sign Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The 13th sidereal chart has Ophiuchus in it. Ophiuchus is like the first couple weeks of December, which is like Ophiuchus energy would be like Taylor Swift, Jamie Foxx, that December, beginning of December energy, which usually sometimes goes with Sagittarius. So for you, Thoth, Gemini, Taurus, Isis, when you're watching the movie, you want to pay attention to those god and goddesses. So Chadwick Boseman played Thoth, and Thoth represents Gemini, twins. Thoth, teacher, teaching thoughts. Your thoughts are teaching thoughts. In the movie, Chadwick Boseman, who was born 11/29, passed away 8/28, he would always be the one to solve riddles. They would ask him a question. He would have to answer the question, trying to solve the riddle. So birthday decodes are a lot of riddle solving. My page is a lot of riddles. People are like, what does that mean? It's a riddle. You have to go solve it. Redheads are really good, I guess, at solving riddles because they're alien. A lot of riddles are from alien DNA. So when you think about redhead, think Scottish Freemasonry. The number 27. 27 is red in gematria. So, Chadwick Boseman passed away from like cancer, I think colon cancer. But you already know, that was the actual assassination, just like Bob Marley passed away from cancer. Whenever I hate cancer, I think about Anubis. When I think about Anubis, Cancer, I think about Thoth, because Thoth represents like Anubis with the ibis. So when you think about Thoth, think about Cancer. It's like Thoth was the teacher of Anubis. That's what I feel like. So like go into the Emerald Tablets of Thoth if you don't hear about them. Think about Emerald, the emergency, May, the Mayday call, the sinking ship, the Titanic. When you think about Mayday, Emerald being the birthstone for May, and also Emerald, emergency. So again, go into the Emerald Tablets of Thoth and Atlantis, and Lemuria. Lemuria came before Atlantis because that's a lot of the energy with Thoth. So energy of Isis, and Isis being a lot of Tauruses, which is May, which is Mayday. When you think is about to ship, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. The Emerald, Emerald City, the Wizard of Oz, the red shoes, Cancer. Think about the Little Mermaid with the red hair. She had Sebastian, the Cancer crab, and she's she's wearing purple and green. Purple representing Nephthys, Pisces, purple birthstone. Then her green bottom representing like snake, reptilian, fishes, representing May. So that would be the energy when you're going to research that you want to pay attention to. This was me in my dream. This is me doing what I did when I was sleepwalking in my dream, which I posted on TikTok. Sometimes you sleepwalk in your dream, and sometimes it comes out in real life. So I was sleepwalking one time, and this is what I was doing. Come to find out, the pharaohs would cross their fingers, cross their arms, cross their legs when they got buried. So what I was doing in my sleepwalking dream had to do directly with like what the pharaohs do and how they always cross their arms. Wakanda Forever, Black Panther. So X-Men, Black Panther, Infinity Stones, like let's get it. So when you're looking for your soulmate, Thoth, this is information about Thoth. You can press pause and read. Whenever they put consort, that means, their husband, wife, spouse. So Ma'at would be your astrological sign or person that could be your soulmate, your consort. So think about Ma'at. Ma'at is Libra. So if you're around a lot of Libras, then that's because Libras do like Geminis. Libras also like be going around Pisces and Aries too, but definitely Thoth gets along with Libras. So definitely look up Ma'at. You can go to Wikipedia for this information. Ma'at right here. Ma'at is good at math. She weighs the heart against the feather. What's heavier or what's not heavy. If your heart is lighter than the feather, then you get to go to heaven or hell or wherever the hell you need to go when you leave. Mostly heaven, right? Future heaven on earth. So think about Ma'at being math, adding, subtracting, the symbol of up and down, right? As above, so below type of energy. So if you like Libra, Ma'at, because it's connected to the energy of Thoth, which is Gemini. In real life, they figured out that when someone passes away, it actually weighs like less than a feather on like a little thing. So it's interesting. There is a weight that when you pass away gets taken off. And some people weigh more, I guess, because their heart was heavier. Their energy was heavy, I guess. So look into Ma'at. Look into the goddess Isis, because that's from May. May Day Isis. Look into her right here. Press pause and read about it. Gods of Egypt, he's a Scorpio Libra, and he plays a Scorpio. You see, so like November 13th, which is the day that Amityville Horror happened, November 13th, Butch DeFeo got up and took out 6 of his family members in his house in Amityville, I think in New York, New Jersey, over there. Had a lot to do with Dutch. Dutch people had a lot of slave trade, and they did a lot of spiritual rituals with redheads, because back in the day when Lemuria was around, Lemuria was a place before Atlantis, and it was like Adam, Eve, and Lilith. Adam being a redhead, being with Lilith, who was a redhead, who had alien O-negative DNA, who then went with Eve. Eve is dark skin, evening, the dark, and she had blonde hair and blue eyes like Malaysians, and they all had these beautiful children looking like Little Mermaid. Then people came and saw that, hijacked them, took the blonde hair, blue eye, light skinned ones to Atlantis. The black people went into Egypt. Queen Mu, the first queen of Egypt, Queen Mu, she ran that place. Some people went to America. They were some Native Americans from the area. Others were dark skinned. The dark skins went to Egypt mostly. The ones with the dark skin with hair texture that was a little bit softer went to America. And then you had the Atlantis people taking the blonde hair, blue eye people, because they like that energy. But they didn't like redhead energy. Redheads were very, they were shy. They were very, sometimes redheads, you get them mad, they got anger, right? So they do not like to get mad, but they had a lot of psychic energy because they were aliens. So people of color, melanated people from Eve, had the psychic ability from the Earth. People from the redhead had the psychic ability from extraterrestrial, Galactic Federation. Put them together, you have hybrid. So if you're O positive blood type, hybrid, alien, black people DNA, O negative, you might be black, but you have the energy of the aliens as well, because it was a lot of mixing of the DNA and the blood types say a lot about like where you came from. So he plays Horus, but he's actually a Leo. But Leo is the brother or cousin of Cancer, Cancer Anubis. So Horus, July 27th, that's what he's playing, but really it would be a Sagittarius that would play Horus, but they could intertwine each other because they're brothers, they're cousins. Horus would be like baby Jesus, Sagittarius. Anybody born in December, Capricorn, Fucus, Sagittarius, that's the energy of Horus. The movie came out, Gods of Egypt, 2/26, which is the day before my birthday, which is 2/27. 27 is Red Gematria. 7/22 is Mary Magdalene's feast day. Mary Magdalene was the cohort of Jesus, right? And then you had the other redhead, Judas, who played out Jesus. So a redhead could be your ally, it could be your complete enemy. So, it just depends in astral realm. In real life, it depends on the person. But in spiritual realm, when you see redhead, are they Judas or are they Mary Magdalene? Erykah Badu's birthday is 2/26 as well. So again, Nephthys is the twin of May Isis. So since you are Thoth for your 12 sign, which is Thoth, Gemini, and for your 12 sign, you are Isis May. Isis May, she is twins with Pisces Nephthys. Anubis and Set. Anubis, like I said, is with Nephthys, and Set is also could be with Nephthys. But in this case, Set and Nephthys had Anubis. Scorpio, Cancer had Anubis. So this is like your brother-in-law, your twin sister, and your nephew. And your son, if you're a May Taurus, is the Horus Sagittarius, that baby Jesus I was talking about. So when you think about twin Taurus, Gemini, Thoth, teaching September, time to remember, never forget. September, October, November, December, time to remember. Remember being REM sleep. REM sleep is when you start to remember, is teaching in sleep. So if you do your birthday decode, you'll be able to learn and sleep better, because subconsciously I'm opening up your portal and you let me come in your door. So we're gonna go fuck them up. We're gonna go get all the people out of this portal that are trying to take you down, okay? So again, look into these people, because it's the energy that's around you. And go ahead and watch this movie if you want to get a pretty picture, a downwash pretty picture of what's going on with these signs. And like I said, May Isis is married to Osiris Aries Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, Aries, and Tauruses get together a lot too, okay? So if you're looking for your soulmate, Aries, Taurus, Sagittarius, Libras,